This is what we call the inaugural episode of Going Outside, where we talk about film and TV shows that we're excited by, but sometimes it has us going outside at the end of it. Joined by a couple co-hosts. My first co-host, known for his brilliant rhyme patterns and his hate for Marvel pushing liberal agendas. Kid Chaos, how you doing, man?
That's you painting those false narratives, EK. But I'm doing great, brother. I'm doing great, brother. EK, Loso, Jayblac, shake my hand, man. How y'all brothers doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. My next co-host, you might know or recognize him for defending every Marvel horrible decision made. He's probably plotting on a Morbius tattoo next week. Jayblac, how are you?
I'm good. I appreciate you having me. Also, a false narrative painting on my name, and Morbius was okay. It wasn't as bad as you made it seem. It's better than a lot of DC movies. But go ahead, though. Go ahead. I'm not here to that. Let's go.
Yeah, we're not here for Morbius. We're here for another movie, but let me introduce my last co-host first. You know him by Loso. I know him by half the reasons the Flash trailer is at 7 million views right now. Loso, how are you doing, sir?
Yes, go, bro. I'm here, man, ready to work. Mr. Objectivity is in the room. Let's do it, man.
Yes. Okay. We're talking about Antman today. This is the 2-minute drill. Who wants to go first? Who traveled the furthest? Loso, we're going to clear the floor for you. This is Trae Young basketball. You're on ISO for 2 minutes. Tell us your thoughts about Antman. Do not give us your rating. Go.
Okay, let's get straight to it, bro, because I want to be as respectful as possible. And this is just me being objective, bro. I love Marvel. I've been their biggest supporter since day one. However, let's go ahead and break it down, man. This was not one of their best films. In fact, it was a bottom tier film, bro. The dialogue at times was cheesy and underwhelming. The first half of that movie was tough to get through. Let's stop sugarcoating until they get up to the point where Kang shows up. It was really tough to get through that first act, bro. Now, I did appreciate this. I appreciated the fact that they got into the quantum realm so fast. They didn't waste any time. I didn't have to take too long. They got old girl out of jail. You know, we saw the little funny parts with, Ant-Man and, his little employee stuff is like that. But after that, when they got into the quantum realm, I was excited. I was like, okay, what's to come? And we were let down. Everything up until Kang, like I said, for me, kind of like fell flat. My biggest gripe with them is that this is now the third Ant-Man film, and only one has been primarily about Ant-Man. He has had zero character development. This man has, bro, think about it. The first movie was about Ant-Man, but then after that, it was like, all right, cool. You get Wasp, you get the fam, the dad and stuff like that. This one, it was definitely not about Ant-Man. It was more about Kang. And when I look at trilogies in Marvel, they always make sure that the character has something to lose. Captain America, Thor, Spider-Man, they all lost something. It was like a big risk there. Zero. Every time that this movie even kind of like led you to believe that there was going to be a risk, they cut the tension with a joke, with an unnecessary joke that didn't have to be there. Oh, you're a dick? Yeah, stop being a dick. And I'm just looking at it, I'm like, yo, what's going on right now? I think, bro, like, yo, if this is the main character here, if you're going to give us a trilogy of Ant-Man, there was never a part I was watching this movie and I really felt like Kang was gonna be this big bad that he was supposed to be.
Time. They didn't book you for a long time.
Man, all right.
Jayblac, you're next. That's a hard act to follow. And Jay, he was on his bullshit early.
Dang, he didn't have a battle yesterday, but dang.
2-minute drill on Jayblac. Jay Cook.
I don't think I got 2 minutes in me right now. Sheesh. First and foremost, I'm very fair when it comes to Marvel. I think Marvel, in its sense, suffers from King disease. People over criticize it, and they're super critical on recent parts, different parts of the movie. When they have to, you comparing them to other movies that Marvel has done, their catalog is super extensive. So it's like, is this movie bad? No. Did it fall flat? Obviously not. If you feel that way, you're a liar and you're lying to yourself. Let's stop doing that. Kang is the highlight of the movie. Let's get that out the way. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean everything else was bad. I thought he did have stuff to lose. His daughter was on display the entire time. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Cassie Lang was on display to be lost the entire time. They literally he made Ant-Man, Scott Lang wager her, like, listen, if you don't do this, you're not getting her back. They cut the tension at the end. Not every 10 seconds, like this brother man Loso was saying. That's malarkey. That's nonsense. You understand? But overall, I thought the movie was great. It could improve in different areas. I felt like MODOK, for the most part, was wasted. But we have to say to ourselves, what is this? Kevin Feige let us know, hey, this is a setup. You know what I mean? They upon announcing this, they let you know Kang Dynasty is coming up. So did it complete the objective? Yes, and that's to set up Kang. So that's basically my take. Oh, let me add this because he said this. He said every Ant-Man movie is not really about Ant-Man, just the first one. Hold on, we can get 10 more seconds. He ain't called Tommy yet. Well, Captain America Civil War, what was that? Was that all about Captain America? Was it? Or was it a whole bunch of people? Was it a Avengers-esque movie?
Time.
So this Ant-Man.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
He hit you with the T-top rounds.
You let him cook.
We let him cook a little extra.
That was 2 minutes.
We're pausing for crowd reaction.
We said 3
That
minutes.
was 2
That man
minutes?
was rapping 7 minutes, bro.
We're pausing for crowd reaction. We'll just let them cook.
I was just trying to rebuttal what he said. That's 2 minutes?
Kid Chaos.
Wow.
It seems like we have one on each opposite ends of the spectrum. Please bring some order to this. Kid Chaos, 2 minute drill on you. Cook.
I feel like this is something between Jayblac and Loso, and we're just kind of spectators in this right now. But I will say, I won't give my rating. You said don't give my rating. Overall, I think this was a good movie. I do think this was good. I think this was better than Thor: Love and Thunder. I reach to think this might actually be better than Multiverse of Madness to me, to be completely honest. Definitely No Way Home. I don't think it's better than, of course. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking about recent movies after Endgame that might be better than. But either way, I think like one of my biggest things I really enjoyed about it is when I realized they went right into the quantum realm. I was sitting in the theaters and I was like, bro, that's dope that they got right into what we want to see. There wasn't this long setup getting into what we actually want to see. I thought that actually the tone deaf jokes were turned down some. I actually think there weren't as many jokes cutting up the tension as there have been in recent Marvel shows and Marvel movies. I think this movie restrained itself well for most of it, right? I don't like Cassie Lane. I haven't liked any of the recent new heroes they trying to throw at us because I feel like they're not making us care about them the way they cared about the earlier characters. I feel like the only way they're trying to make us care about new characters is by attaching them to a character we already care about, but not giving them our own reason to care about them specifically aside from who we already care about. So that's one of my drawbacks from it. Kang was an amazing part of it. I thought the story was concise. There wasn't, I feel like, to be honest, as much as this story sets up the future, I feel like this movie didn't do as much of the future setting up thing as other Marvel things, where it's like I'm gonna be honest, like I feel like in Wakanda Forever, there was a character that just did not need to be in there. Actually, a few characters. Another, like Black Adam, like that's not Marvel, but it's another superhero movie where it's like you focus too much on other characters.
I think he gave Loso more time than us, bro. I really feel like that's what I
think he did.
No way I went for 2 minutes.
Yes, you were doing that slow, good slow.
This is unbiased. This is unbiased.
That slow goods flow, bro, and that's why it took up so much time.
Yeah, that Jay the Nightwing flow. You gotta speed that up.
I guess I always overcomplicate and over-explain shit, right? I guess that's always what I do. So shit, fuck it.
I'll just give you a quick review of mine as Phase 4 and all the Marvel movies except for Spider-Man, which the last I think 5 properties have underwhelmed for me, and it's really started to like made me question, oh, what do I want out of these Marvel movies? You know, it's actually I've seen more bad Marvel movies now than I've seen good at this point. And I'm like, damn, man, I've like outgrown it. Is Ant-Man just a family movie? Like, is it supposed to be for 8-year-old kids? And I'm just not grasping it. But I'm like, oh, man, I thought Iron Man was too. I thought Captain America was too. And I'm wondering, and the couple things I kind of thought when I was watching, it's like, oh, are we running out of really good talent to put movies, to put in these movies? Or are we running out of like good scripts? Because I'm with you guys. I think I've told you guys separately where it's like, I like and I respect that they went to the quantum realm quickly. But for me, Marvel's at its best when it's on Earth. I don't really love the laser beams, aliens, when they're trying to introduce this world of the quantum realm and everybody's a broccoli head. It just doesn't work for me, man. It just misses me a lot. Maybe it works for like 8-year-old Chad in like Tennessee, Chattanooga, you know, but like not me. I was just underwhelmed by it. But it made me believe that I'm like, oh, Marvel's just got a different standard now. You know what I mean? It's just that. Okay, pro con, you can interrupt because Jay Black's first. Jay, I need your best part of this movie and the worst part. Go ahead.
The best part of the movie is obviously Kang. Every time he got on screen, he dominated. So if you feel like there was a lot of joking going around, once he got on screen, everything turned serious. I don't think he even told a joke the entire movie. It should have been called. I mean, they should have made a separate movie for Kang. Let's call it what it is. They did it for Black. That's a whole different story. Black Adam got his own. I think Kang is the guy that deserved his own situation, and hopefully they flush it out in Loki season 2. The worst part of the movie, I gotta go with Cassie Lang. Cassie Lang.
Why is everyone on Cassie Lang? She had too much time on the movie?
First of all, they changed the person and
she has no charisma.
They changed the character that originally was, and I feel like when they did it in Iron Man 2, when they brought in the different Rhodey, and they did it so beautifully. It's like, okay, yo, deal with it. He walked up, Don Cheadle walked up and said, "Yo, deal with it." Like they didn't give us we know that you changed the character, right? Even though she wasn't that important to begin with, but it's like, and they gave her too much time. They gave her too much pizzazz. Like, you know, it's like the champion year panel. Like, who is that guy? Why is he talking so much?
Facts.
Why is he? It's like yo, why is she so critical in this? Why is she talking back to Scott Lang?
I'm gonna be honest. If you don't like Cassie Lang, you might be in for it because all the new Avengers, whether it's like Florence Pugh from Black Widow, she might be the only new addition that I like, and maybe the Hawkeye girl.
She's the only good one, bro.
But America Chavez from Multiverse, this Cassie Lang is all bad. I don't know who the new Marvels are going to be.
Humble though.
She's a what?
America Chavez, she came in humble. Cassie Lang didn't come in humble.
She's still a dub. She's still boring as fuck. So there's no charisma there. Even the young girl in the new Wakanda Forever, who's the younger black girl that was in college, who's like she's terrible too, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But she had one funny part to me, one part why, and honestly, this is the thing. It was when she was first introduced. When she said what she said, she's like, "Oh shit, am I being recruited?" I thought that was like a little cool, clever line. I laughed a little bit. Yeah. I said, "Okay, I might like this character." Everything after that,
all done.
Like, how about wait, Chaos? What about her line? Wait, what about her line when they said like, "Hey, there's no Black Panthers." She goes, "Y'all stop having Black Panthers when I need help." Did you enjoy that?
That was a good. That was clever. That was another clever. That was a clever one. That was cool.
Jay, I know this is tough for you. Jay, I know this is tough for you, but you have to give us a con. That is the Cassie Lang.
The con was Casey Lang, but I feel like the ultimate con that I see, you know, after watching, you know, Ant-Man 1 and 2, I feel like they took out the TI and extras, what made it fun. I told the story like, yo, a friend, I told a friend, it's a friend, like that wasn't there, that wasn't present in Ant-Man 3. Why? If you can make this a funny movie, give us what made Ant-Man 1 and 2 funny.
Yeah. The levity of Ant-Man's funny when it becomes a little bit more serious, like in this third. But I always struggle between Marvel movies. Do I want another Ant-Man movie or do I want something different for him? You know, and I struggled to decide that while I was watching this. Chaos, what's your pro and con?
Biggest pro. I hate to be the echo chamber, but Kang, of course. His Jonathan Majors is just.
This is surprising me, bro. I thought this Kang performance was kind of mid. I'm the only one that was like, "Huh?"
This is what I think is interesting, right? Do y'all remember early MCU had an issue with his villains?
Yes.
Early MCU, the issue was the stories were good, the acting was good, but it was always the villains. Now I feel like lately the villains might be the best part of the movies. Like if you go to Thor: Love and Thunder, I detested that movie, but Christian Bale did a great job as the villain. He did a great job, and you know, and I think this is the same thing with this. Of course, I think this is better than Love and Thunder, but I think Kang, the villain, was the best part about the movie.
I'm missing this, bro. I'm really missing. Maybe I had expectations for this Kang, but I didn't like the character or the actor really playing. I thought Jonathan Majors, like the first half of the movie, was cool. I don't know what accent he's doing. I don't know what part of the multiverse where that accent comes from. But then when he had to turn up at the end and be dramatic, I was like, this seems kind of weird, bro.
I do think. There was, I did tell.
What did you consume when you watched the movie? Can we get into that? Is that a
thing? Yeah,
look, I understand that this is just blink 3 times. If you blink 3 times. Okay, there you go. Problem solved.
My bad, Chaos. Cook food.
Nah, you good. You good. That's terrible, man. You got to watch these movies with a clear heart and a clear mind. You know what I'm saying?
He said, what?
You're not giving these movies a fair shake, man. there was one moment with Kang though. I did think he was doing too much facial acting.
Yeah.
And I know it's a very specific gripe. I know it's a very specific gripe, but there was moments at the end when he was getting dramatic. He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, you kind of pull it back just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But that was it. To be honest, like that was it though. That was the only moment I was kind of like, I think he was a great. And again, not to echo Jayblac, but I said earlier in my like little breakdown, I think Cassie Lang was probably the worst part about the movie, man. Like this is what I hate about movies. I hate plot contrivances that force people to accept dumb things in order for the plot to be what it is. Like, for instance, like somebody runs off and do something stupid. And we know that that's going to be the snowball effect that makes something else happen. And it's like movies where they listen to the kid. That is your child. She's telling you what to do. And you're like, oh, I'm this enlightened adult. I guess I got to listen to you. Like, no, that's stupid. Like, no, like she's a fucking, you don't listen to that.
I like that.
Like it was the same thing. I don't know if you remember that movie that just came out like a couple years ago, Army of the Dead, I think it was, where they had to steal the vault out of Vegas where all the zombies was around and stuff like that. If you remember, Dave Bautista's daughter, same thing. He's about to go in and do it. She's like, I'm going in there with you. He's like, no, you're not. He's like, you can't tell me what to do. I'm a strong woman and I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And it's just like, I feel like a real dad is going to be like, I don't give a fuck what you talking about, man. You're not going. You feel what I'm saying? I
think this is more of a reveal, not of Marvel's lack of like understanding. I think this is more a reveal of Chaos's parenting style. Don't ever listen to kids. Don't listen to these kids for shit.
Kid Chaos.
If my child comes up to me, and says, I want to do something that will risk my life and not just mine, but everybody involved with this. Because my emotions or whatever and my inability to comprehend my lack of experience in this atmosphere is going to get everybody killed. But care about me enough to let me risk everybody's life, including yours. Get the fuck out of here and go sit down somewhere. No, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know this arena. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but that just doesn't make sense.
He's continuing the lineage of like Serena Williams' dad, you know, the Jackson 5 dad, you know, like
the dad's of greatness. The dads who cultivated greatness. You're right. You're right. That's what I'm following.
I don't know. I don't have kids that I claim. Loso, it's on you. Pro con.
Man, the pro. I thought the end credit scenes were good, bro. I thought the end credit scenes were great. I thought that I was excited for him, you know what I'm saying?
that nigga said my favorite part of the movie was the end.
When it was over. He said when it was over.
Look, because
hold on. I freestyled this. Please bring me back when Flash pulls up. Or Shazam.
Oh my God.
I'll have a written verse for this. Because you see what he's doing.
I'm just being real. Can I give credit scenes? Bro, it was fine. Like I'm seeing the variance, right? Like we're finally understanding. Okay, this is the council. This is the council that he's talking about the whole movie. They kicked him out and stuff. And then even the Loki one, where he basically came back as Frederick Douglass, right? And we were just like, oh, is that who Kang is? I was like, oh, I didn't know that's what he was. And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know what? This is cool. He's gonna be in Loki. We already knew that. And seeing Loki, it was dope.
Yeah.
Now the con for me, I did not like the ending on how they defeated Kang. So the ants come, right? The ants start eating him.
You talk to ants.
You talk to ants.
And then the ants, they become his pallbearer, right? They take him away, boom. And then, so he had already told us he has killed several Avengers. He's even said, hey, are you the one with the hammer? Like flexing, like I've even killed your strongest Avenger, right? And now we see him, his suit is off, right? Which I guess is basically showing us like, oh, you're just Tony Stark after we take the suit off, because now he has to just go hand in hand and he's just punching Ant-Man. I thought I was watching Creed at one point. I was like, all right, Jonathan Majors, there you go. You're doing your thing now. But he loses a fight to Ant-Man. And I was just like, all right, bro.
Didn't. That's a lie. You're lying. That
was an even fate. Like that was
he beat him up and then the Wasp came in and knocked him from behind. He beat Ant-Man.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Okay, cool.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. So wait. So okay. So he's all right. So he's jabbing. So he's jabbing He's jabbing Ant-Man to death, and Hope comes out and hits him with a couple of, I don't know what she does. Then, he ends up going, he gets sucked up, right? He gets sucked into the little joint or whatnot. I was just like, come on, Kang, you're the conqueror. You're the one that supposedly all the other ones had to gang up and put you over here. I was just not okay with the way that he went out.
But what makes him the conqueror, though? What does he need in order to be the conqueror? His tech. He's not a superpower human being. He's somebody that needs tech that makes him that. And he lost the tech. So now he's just...
So I'm supposed to just believe that all the other Kangs didn't know that? It was like, hey, let's get this tech. Let's get the tech away from him.
They exiled him. They took that power away from him and exiled him.
Yeah.
That was the point of it. That's why he was trying to get back right.
Yeah, so with the ship, that's what Janet helped him out, right? The ship ends up giving him the power.
The ship is what gave him all of his power.
Yeah, and then obviously the suit comes over him, yada, yada, yada. All I'm saying is they end up, look, the ants come, take him away. They Ant-Man and him are fighting and stuff like that. Hey, I don't need a win. We just both need to lose. I thought that was a cool line. But I thought it just fell. I did not want to see Kang go out like that. Kang the Conqueror go out like that. And so that's what it was, bro. You know what I'm saying? I do agree with you guys. Kang was the highlight of the movie. But I do agree with EK as well that I think so put it this way, EK. I think Jonathan Majors did well. I just don't know if they wrote Kang as well as they could in this particular movie. I don't even think that they should have introduced him in the Ant-Man movie. I think it should have just been something else. Keep him in Loki. Let Loki just kind of like, give us more of that. I would have been okay if this next time we saw Kang was the second season of Loki. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Ant-Man was the right movie or the right character to kind of give us like this true introduction to Kang. But I do think Jonathan Majors did the best that he could have done with the script that he was given.
I'm with Loso a little bit here on is this the most powerful Kang?
No, that's another thing. I don't think it's supposed to be. I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's supposed to be.
Okay, because I don't see like the story of the movie culminating in a fade between Paul Rudd and Kang, fam. Like there's exchanging blows. Paul Rudd is like fading Kang. And Chaos wants me to believe that Kang has defeated all these people, but his weakness is he can't look behind him and find hope. Come on.
No, his weakness is he's human. He didn't have his tech. He beating somebody up. Somebody come from behind him and get the jump on him. He was winning though in a battle without his tech. Like I feel like that cannot be like removed from the conversation. He is not Thor. He is not the Hulk who just naturally has this power that no matter where they're at, they possess this power for the most part. No, he needs his technology in order to be who he is and be the conqueror he is. So once his tech got damaged and fucked up, all he can do is turn into Creed. And he turned into Creed and goddamn, he boxed this nigga up.
I was like, yo, what's going on, bro? It's like, yo, he put him in a headlock at one point.
I don't know about Kang prior to going into the movie though. Like,
I didn't know a lot.
I knew that he was I knew he was Reed Richards' grandson, right?
I think so.
He's Reed Richards' grandson. I mean, he's supposed to be like
he's the year 3000. Like he originates from like the year 3000. Yeah. It creates time travel and multiverse travel and all that. Then goes back.
The way that they communicated to me, bro, was that he was gonna make Thanos look like
they did tweet that
Mr. Rogers.
Well, maybe not this version.
It is though. Y'all haven't given him. I feel like he hasn't gotten a chance because I feel like everybody does this. Iron Man in the first Iron Man compared to Iron Man in Endgame is infinitely separate in power. I feel like they build all their characters up. There's literally not one character you can name who's absolutely as strong as they're going to be from the first time you see him and stays that way.
Now, but Thanos. But when we first saw Thanos, it was smoke from the get.
No, it wasn't. You saw him just sitting there smiling at the screen after his team got beat up.
Thank you.
No, wait. That was. But come on. As soon as he
Loki got beat up, and you just see him turn to the camera and smile.
Yeah, no. But we knew
building him up. Now, I don't know if you remember. A lot of people were mad about that. I don't know if you think back to that time. A lot of people were upset that the first time we saw Thanos, it was just this little quick thing and he don't do nothing. People were upset about that. But they built him up. The anticipation was still there. Then when we saw him in action in Infinity War, it was like, oh shit. I think it's going to be the same thing. I think when we see Kang really in his Kang movie, that's about him and about what he accomplishes, I feel like then you're going to get the real Kang.
We've seen 3 versions of this nigga already. How many versions do we have to see before we get the real Kang? God damn.
Hold on. Are we familiar with Dr. Manhattan?
Yes.
So he sees time in a certain way, but he can't interfere. He has to let it happen the way it happens. What if Kang has to let everything happen the way it happens? Because there's a few times he could have that portal.
Why is he even
That's
fighting?
what He Who Remains started. He Who Remains in Loki is the one who kind of started that, as far as the MCU is concerned. Because remember, he was the one who put all the timelines together, where it was kind of a circle, and everything happened the way it happened. And when you branched off, you created a timeline, then they had to prune it and all that other stuff like that. So I feel like what you're saying, Jayblac, comes from that ideology of what He Who Remains was doing in Loki season 1.
I don't know about He Who Remains, but this Kang was he who got faded by Paul Rudd, and I don't know. I don't know if that sits well on my soul, to be honest with you.
And can I say something, bro? I am tired of everyone saying, "Oh, it's a setup movie. It's a setup movie. It's a setup movie." Can we have a good standalone Marvel? Is that too much to ask for? Wait. Let me say something.
Unlike DCU is like when nothing connects. Everything in Marvel connects. This can't be Black Adam where they never see each other, never heard of each other.
I agree. Black and Chaos. I agree with you guys about that. But this is what I'm saying. When we were getting, like, for instance, Captain America Winter Soldier, it was connecting, right? It was obviously setting up for Civil War, but that was an amazing standalone film, right? The Iron Mans, they were standalone films. Thors, they were standalone. We knew that they were obviously leading into something else.
All the Thors good?
No. I'm not saying. No, I'm sorry. What I'm not saying is that they were good movies. I'm saying that they were standalone films. I didn't walk away saying, "Oh man," like or I was disappointed and everybody was telling me, "Oh, don't worry, it's a setup film." I'm like, yo,
you don't have the knowledge of the MCU that you do now. At that time, the MCU wasn't as what it is now.
No. We always knew from the get that the Avengers were coming together. We always knew that.
If Iron Man 3 comes out in 2022, that's what the hell is this?
I thought that then.
That's true.
I thought that then.
No, but nobody's like, "Oh my God, this is a bad movie." It's cool. It's dope. I like it.
Okay, I have 2 more questions for you guys because I have to let you guys go. I can't keep you all Sunday. Okay, other than Kang, obviously, who's your MVP of the movie? Who stole the movie? Kid Chaos, it's on you.
Other than Kang. Oh, y'all ain't gonna like my answer. I know y'all ain't gonna like my answer. But this is like my jokey answer, but I'm not gonna lie. It was this one small character. That every time, to me, now sometimes I have a dad joke sense of humor, right? So it was one character that was really funny to me that every time you saw him, it made the movie for me. So jokingly, but kind of seriously, what was the little thing, right? That it was like drink my ooze and all that shit.
Yeah.
He was low-key funny. And then the end, the way he ran it, he was like, "I've got holes and shit like that." Like, I fuck with that, right? So jokingly, that's my answer, right? I fuck with dog. But honestly, outside of Kang, oh man,
there's really no other answer but Jonathan
Majors. I guess it would have to be Paul Rudd, to be honest. Like he played Ant-Man as well as he always does. One thing about Marvel Cinematic Universe, they do not get wrong 99% of the time, is picking the right person to play that character. They did a great job with Thor, they did a great job with Captain America and Loki. Everybody does their job. And I feel like Paul Rudd plays Ant-Man very well. He plays that character well.
Loso, who's your MVP?
So we can't say Jonathan Majors. That's what you're saying, right?
No.
All right.
Other than Kang.
Yeah. Man.
Come on, man. What, like, that's slander.
Can we just
bring me back when Shazam comes out? Please bring me back. I'll be in the studio next time. Do y'all
know what the word MVP is?
Bring me back.
Just give this award.
Okay. Go ahead.
Listen, if I can't say Giannis, you think I'm gonna say Chris Middleton? No, I'm not gonna say Chris Middleton, bro. Like, look, I'm gonna be real. I can't even say Paul Rudd, bro, because it was not about him. Man, MVP, bro. This is nasty work right here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say this. I would say Janet, right? But I would say Janet, but I was upset. I was upset with how they were like allowing her to just be secretive about this whole time that she was in the quantum realm. But the only thing she wanted to be real about was her sex life. Yeah, I have needs. And I'm like, so you don't want to tell us anything in quantum realm that happened in quantum realm, but you want to tell us that you was getting Kang Dingaling for 30 years down there. I'm just like, bro, I'm not with this.
Kang and Bill Murray. Kang and Bill Murray.
Like EK, bro, she didn't want to tell us anything, but she's just like, hey guys, a woman has needs. Like, yo, why are you doing that to Hope?
Hey, Michelle Pfeiffer was unnecessarily horny in that. She was wild horny for no reason. Let me find out Michelle Pfeiffer's a nasty freak.
Hold on, EK. Hold on, EK. Hold on, woman empowerment. You can't tell me this woman gonna be locked somewhere for 30 years and she can't fuck 2 people in 30 years.
But EK, she could. It was just it was like they were literally driving to like survive, and then she just wants to admit, look, a girl got needs, and then her husband's like, yeah, I smashed a couple people too while you were gone, and then I'm just like, yo, what is going on right now?
That was wild horny. Yeah, that was wild horny. Jayblac, who's your MVP?
Janet Van Dyne is not my MVP for those specific reasons. I feel like that wasn't needed in the movie. Why are we mentioning it? Like, if it's y'all saying it's a kids movie, we don't need this information. The kids, it's for the young people. But I think if I can't go Kang, and I really don't want to go Paul Rudd either, I'm going Hank Pym. He's the original Ant-Man, and he's the one that saved the day. Without him, building those ants or making them ants super smart or whatever it was, and coming down through the quantum realm and aging 30-something years or whatever it was and doing what they did, they don't survive. So Hank,
solid answer. Okay, two more here. This is the segment's cutting room floor. Which scene, part, or person would you take out of this movie? Loso, it's on you.
Man, I'm gonna choose a person, and look, I love you to death, but Hope. There was you served no purpose besides that last scene helping Ant-Man with those 2 shots. Other than that, you were so forgettable. You were not needed. You were probably on set for like 8 hours and they told you, hey, go ahead, slapped you on the butt and you go home. There was no reason why you were in that movie. I felt bad for you. You deserved more.
You didn't like her Tom Cruise Mission Impossible haircut?
Bro, what was that? I was like, yo, who? This was Elvis. I was upset.
Go ahead, though.
Bro, it was just if I can go ahead and take one thing out, bro. Yes, bro. Get Nick Jonas out of here, bro. So I love her to death, but she was not needed, bro. So
Jayblac, cutting room floor. What scene, part, or person are you taking out of Ant-Man?
Obviously, Casey Lang. It's just clearly, again, like Kid Chaos saying in the top of his round, is that she's controlling too much of the movie. The reason why we don't, y'all probably feel like Riri Williams is not good, or whoever else is not good, or America Chavez is not good, but they didn't dictate the movie. She was in the driver's seats with her snobby attitude. Well, I want to fight. This is our problem now. We just landed here, and now I care about everybody. Like, save yourself.
Yeah.
Save yourself. Why you just landed here 10 seconds ago? Look, be a freedom fighter with these people. You cut her out, and I think the movie turns into something else. You bring back T.I., another guy, and bring them into quantum realm. You know what I mean? So you cut her scenes. You cut her. Oh, so if you're gonna be a dick, you don't gotta be a dick. You know what I'm saying? I'm 15 years old talking like this on camera in front of my parents. If you want to be, you don't gotta be a dick. What?
Hey, it was good. Hey, that might have been the round of the night. That might have been the round of the night. Kid Chaos, cutting room floor. What part are you taking out of this movie?
All right, I'm gonna say 2 things, and also they're gonna piggyback off of what each of my homies just said. For one, Loso, I think it solves both of your problems because I don't want to continue with Cassie Lang, right? I don't want to continue because I feel like it's kind of obvious at this point. That's why I would say to remove. But I will say this: if you take Cassie out and then replace Paul's motivation with maybe Hope getting taken, that gives Hope something to do, so it solves Loso problem, and it also takes Cassie out, which solves, I think, a lot of people's problem, like because she was just not a well-liked part of the movie, right? And then I was gonna say something I reminded myself to kind of go back to the Army of Thieves movie, whatever it was I was talking about. The girls both have a similar motivation. They're both like freedom fighters who just want to like go and help people so bad. And it's like their need to help people. It doesn't cross their mind that you could put people in danger as you're saving this one person. There are however many people you could put in danger with this. And it's like that doesn't cross their mind. I think that that's just, I hate that type of motivation for a character where it's like, you're just doing something stupid and it's like people just have to go with it because they care about you, whatever the case may be. It's the same thing with kids in movies. When kids just do dumbass shit and the parents just let them do it. I understand like she's basically a kid, but I'm talking about like in those scary movies and you see like a little kid go missing because it ran off following something or so. It's like, stop making dumb kids. Like I know when I was 7, I didn't chase shit that scared me. I didn't. When I saw it scared me, I went to my parents, I went to fuck away. So either way, I would say Cassie, if there's anything I can think about, take Cassie out. And I'm gonna be honest, I hate everybody. I hate every single one of y'all for hating that joke about not being a dick, because I actually laughed in the theater when they started saying that joke on screen. I actually laughed at the screen. So fuck all y'all. That joke was funny.
That's all. It's funny. I didn't want her to say it though. And hold on, the one got to cut out. I would have cut out. And this is like where we get mad at her when she pretty much said, "Yo, Paul Rudd's life don't mean nothing now." He said, "Yeah, you saved the world, but now you don't mean nothing." What?
Yo,
he was Avenger.
Bro, this is my thing.
The world.
I hate when they make somebody be upset about some random shit. And don't get me wrong, your dad goes away for a while. I guess that would. But it's like, remember when they was talking at the table and he said something about being around something? She was like, well, it's not like you're not used to not being around or something like that. It's like, the nigga mad at
what?
that. Like,
he was in the quantum realm. Like he wasn't a deadbeat dad. What are you talking about?
To me, that was forced as shit. Like
he's everybody's dad now.
I'm about to block. I'm about to block
the father of many nations.
I like Kid Chaos's point about Cassie Lang trying to save people, but I do love movies where white women try to save cultures they don't understand. It's my favorite shit in the world. Love Blindside. Okay. I wanted Cassie to adopt an African baby. Okay.
Just put Angelina Jolie in the next Marvel film. She'll fit right in. Okay,
last round. We'll get you guys out of here. This is the part everybody came for. I think it's on Jayblac.
I'm first up.
Yes.
I'm Charlie freestyling. I don't have a third round.
Oh, it's all right.
I'm joking. You're nice. You had third rounds now. Gosh, it's a joke.
Here we go. Last round, bottom of the third, ratings. What does Jayblac give Antman Quantumania on 1 to 10, and why? Jay, on you.
Initially, I went with 7.5, but you know, I'm just seeing more and more clips. I'm gonna go back to movie theaters. I think I'll confirm my stance when I go back to movie theaters and see it again. I'm going 7.8 out of 10. You know what I mean? I think everybody, like, you know, the battle rappers, the battle rappers that say the flow and charisma, that's cool, whatever. I don't know what the slogan is. I think they're overcritical, they're over dramatic about a situation. It's not as bad as they make it seem. It was a good runtime, great villain for the most part. And again, they accomplished they completed the objective in setting this man up. We know who he is, we know what he's there for. We see his other variants. Paul Rudd was stellar. The only problem the movie had for the most part was Cassie Lang. That's it. So again, I feel like no point in the movie was it bad. It just wasn't. It wasn't hitting the high moments as much. So it was going like this. It wasn't like it was going like this. Oh, this is dope. Then back to where it's supposed to be, back to average. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, I'm getting 7.8 out of 10.
Kid Chaos, your turn. Do you want to actually try to tell him the truth?
Yeah, I want to.
Hey, hold on. You're supposed to be a referee. What you doing? What we going on here?
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
He's supposed to be the host, bro.
I love it.
He's clearly on somebody's side.
Yeah, because he being biased, bro. What are you doing?
Clearly.
It's your opinion. What's like you got it up.
He can't just set the cash app.
Good looking.
Wow.
Chaos is on you.
So this is the one thing I want to say, right? Everybody's talking about how Kang was kind of set up to be this super villain. Then when it came to the movie, he really didn't. I want to bring a movie to y'all mind. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. This is an MCU movie. It was a character that was kind of hyped up, and he really just got his ass beat the whole movie. The very first Avengers with Loki. He was hyped up.
Was he?
And then when we saw him on screen, he got his ass whooped pretty much all of the Avengers. Now, it's supposed to be that was part of his plan. But even when the plan got revealed, he still just got beat the fuck up. So I feel like you can't use that as a way to take away from Ant-Man necessarily, because that is happening in still decent movies that have been made from that concept. But I will say I started off initially giving it a 7. Being objective, I think a part of the reason why I gave it a 7 is because everybody said it was terrible. A lot of the reviews I saw said it was terrible. So when I went to watch it, it was way better than I expected. So that was like a 7. I feel after, watching it for a little bit or whatever, I might go down a little bit to like maybe a 6.5. Yeah, still not a bad movie. Still not a bad movie in my opinion. But I do think the fact that everybody was saying it was really bad, when I went to go see it, I was like, bro, that movie was good. That was a good movie. So it was like, but I do think it still falls.
And you gave Black Adam what? What did you give Black Adam?
I think I gave Black Adam like a 5. I think.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, Black Adam was terrible to me. I did not like Black Adam pretty much at all.
Okay.
That shit was not a good movie, bro.
Why is Black Adam catching strays?
Yeah, why is Black Adam on it? Why are we bringing back Black Adam?
I'm just asking a question.
Right. Okay.
Loso, I'll say 6.5 to 7.
Loso, we had a little bit of change in communication there, where people are actually telling the truth now. I know Jayblack's in Kevin Feige's pockets. But would you care to give us your rating of Ant-Man Quantumania?
Yeah, man. Originally, same thing. I thought it was better. I originally thought it was better than everybody said. It was like, yo, this is terrible, terrible, terrible. So I originally said 7, but man, I think at best it's a 6. And like I said, my biggest gripe with this film, bro, was that there's just like, this is the trilogy of Ant-Man, bro. And I was just like, that's what you give me, bro. No Ant-Man. So 6.
You know, a 6 means it's more good than bad, right? And you've been saying more bad than good. You might want to change your answer to like
wait, no, because wait.
How did you go from a 7.5 to a 6? We had the documentation. We had the paperwork that you had.
So this what happened.
Got the paperwork.
This what happened. EK had, and I'll admit, EK did come out and said, "Yo, you guys are giving out 7s too easily. You guys know, like." And
so, do you have a mind of your own? Is the question. Why are you being influenced by EK?
No. He kind of just opened my eyes up to like, yo, you know what? Let's just be a little more strict with this. And so it's a 6. I don't know if a 6 is more good than bad though, Chaos.
Hold on.
Would 6 is an F. 6 is an F.
Hold on.
No, it's not. Even on Rotten Tomatoes, the 60 is fresh.
Loso.
A 60 is fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Hold on, Black. What'd you say?
So were you able to watch it again to go from a drastic drop from a 7.5 to a 6? How did you come to that conclusion that you have a 6 now? Did you watch it again?
I sat with it. I sat with my thoughts.
What do you mean you sat with it?
I mean, I sat with all my thoughts. I was able to like process the movie and go over it. Like that's a thing. I gave you my initial reaction, but then after that, I was like, you know what? Let me sit and let me just recap what I experienced.
All right, so let me. I think this is what Jayblac asked you. What specific things came? What specific things came to your mind that made you say, you know what? It wasn't that good.
Yeah, I told you. So the fact that it was a trilogy, right? The fact that Ant-Man, I was like, yo. I started sitting back and I was like, yo, Paul Rudd was not memorable at all. This was another film that it was not about him. And I was upset with that, bro. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp. It was not. Hope definitely did not even belong on that title. I do agree with you about Cassie. There was no consequence, no risk. That little risk that Jayblac mentioned where Cassie was like when Kane was doing calisthenics with Cassie's body and was like, yeah, I'll throw it to the wall right now if you don't agree. I'm just like,
I'll kill her. I'm too tired of seeing her get killed. Fire.
Okay, wait. And then he's like, okay, I'll do it. And then it just dropped, and never again was Cassie in harm's way, bro. She was just running. She was running everything in the quantum realm.
At the end of the movie,
she started a whole revolution.
But she didn't get free time.
Okay, so the official number is 6, Loso?
Better looking, hold on. Because the better looking Wonder Woman popped up, by the way. She was more of a she was more of a Wonder Woman than what y'all got in that bullshit DC universe, man. Stop playing me. What's up? The one that freed her. What's up?
Wait.
A real Wonder Woman.
Hold on. We gotta end this.
I would say this. Look. I do agree with Chaos that maybe based off of like what I've been communicating, I should give it a lower rating. But like I said, bro, I love Marvel and I do trust them, but I hate that you guys keep telling me it's a setup film. Be patient. No, we're in phase 5, bro. I'm not doing that crap.
King's disease.
Okay, so let me ask you. So did you like the first 2 Thor movies? Not Ragnarok, the first 2.
Dark World.
They weren't worse than Thor 4. Thor 4 was terrible.
Not what he asked you. Not what he asked you.
Yeah, that's not what I asked.
I remember at the time, so look, the first movie of every single character, I actually allow you to hit me with that, yo, it's a setup. They're setting up this character. I'm okay with it not being as good. The second one, obviously, it wasn't good. Thor Ragnarok, amazing. One of the best Marvel films.
That's
Love
what
and
I said,
Thunder,
aside from that.
Love and Thunder, trash. So yeah.
So you admit though that the first 2 Thors you didn't like them.
But this is a third installment of Ant-Man, and it's the third best film. It's the third best Ant-Man.
Hold on, did you ask where you rank these out of the Ant-Mans, EK? Because I want to know everybody's ranking. Where do y'all rank this with Ant-Mans? So you think this is the worst Ant-Man?
Ant-Man, go ahead. I'm letting him talk.
Based off it being a trilogy, yes, bro. And I do, bring back the Mexican guy, bro. He was the highlight of those films, and he needs to be the highlight of this one.
I said that. It's still my bars. Anywho, for me, it's Ant-Man 1, Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's how I do it. I think the second Ant-Man was just it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But it
okay.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Please bring me back for Shazam. I'll be more prepared. I'm not gonna freestyle.
We're not recapping Shazam.
Hey, you're gonna do Shazam, right?
But if you want to, but the next one I had scheduled was for Guardians of the Galaxy. You know,
Hold on. It's Black History Month. First, why we ain't do Wakanda Forever?
Oh, I'd have killed him with that one. But doesn't Shazam come out first?
Shazam does come out on March 17th in 1 month. We can do it if we all want to waste money to watch Shazam.
The first Shazam was good though. It was one of the better DC movies.
Yeah, let's do DC movies too. Why are we just doing?
Okay.
Am I tripping? Or was not Shazam one of the better DC movies?
But we still got to do some series too. We still got to do Marvel series too. So I don't want to, we got to pace ourselves.
Hold on. So you're telling me DC paid you, or Marvel paid you $2,000 not to cover DC?
Listen, I was gonna do a Peacemaker episode, and I had to. Yeah, they blocked the Peacemaker episode. Okay, rapid fire. Hold on, rapid fire before we leave. Only one sentence. Here we go. Chaos is on. Oh, is it on Chaos? Really quick. Chaos. Possibility storm work for you? Yes or no?
Say that again.
Did the possibility storm work for you in Ant-Man?
I think if you were able to follow it, because I had numerous people talk to me like they couldn't really get what that part was about. I feel like if you were able to follow it, I do think that was a nice add-in. Yes.
Jayblac, did Bill Murray go 0 for 10 off the bench in this movie?
No.
Okay.
No, I think he did his part damn near perfectly, in my opinion. What he was brought there to do, I think he was good.
Okay, Loso, is there too much set tripping with Marvel and DC? Michelle Pfeiffer was in Batman, is there too many people crossing over at this point?
Yes, bro. Bro, choose a side. Be real, bro. Yes.
Ryan Reynolds been like 4 superheroes in my lifetime.
I was just about to say, listen, Ryan Reynolds. I'm not gonna lie. I think when Ryan Reynolds come into the MCU, he's gonna bring a whole different breath of fresh air to it. I'm not gonna lie.
I hope so.
Hey, but we trust James Gunn.
Kid Chaos, did MODOK work for you?
No, but he did have a funny scene to me. He did have a funny moment. He's like, I don't want to be a dick. That was funny, bro. That part was funny to me.
Unbelievable. Jayblac, we touched on this a little bit earlier, but was Michelle Pfeiffer unnecessarily horny?
Yes, she was. She didn't have to talk about that.
Okay.
That's too much. We don't need that information.
Loso, why isn't Kang happy in this kingdom? He runs shit here.
Yeah, I was confused about that. Yo, what the hell? Why is he pissed? Oh, because he's trapped?
Come on, that's disingenuous.
You know what he's doing.
I'm about to say not only that, because he knows there's a whole bigger world out here that he has now been exiled from.
He's the conqueror,
It doesn't
right?
matter if where he got exiled to, because as a conqueror, as a leader, as one of them, he's thinking in his mind, I was exiled. Now I got to get back and get my revenge. No, he's not going to be safe. That's like somebody telling you, all right, we're going to kick you out battle rap forever, but we still going to let you allow, I don't know, do things that you like to do within battle rap, but you can't battle no more. It's like, why is he upset? Like, nigga, you can't do what you want to do.
That's basically what caffeine did to me. Go ahead. Okay.
That's basically what Spaces battle rap is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, basically, you can't battle rap no more. Now you a Spaces battling, and you like,
okay.
why you mad?
And you dominated it. And you dominated it.
Really quick, last one. I promise this is the last one. Need future predictions because we're gonna be doing this all year. What will be the best movie out of these? I'm not repeating it. You got to listen. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Flash, Blue Beetle, The Marvels, Aquaman. Jayblac?
Spider-Man, Cross Universe. Easy.
Loso?
Flash. Easy.
Chaos.
Yeah, same thing Jayblac said. The first Spider-Verse is debatably one of the best superhero movies of all time. Any character, any DC, Marvel, whatever, Into the Spider-Verse, the first one, is one of the best superhero movies ever. So if you're starting with that, I'm going to hope that over these last years, you've been really listening to the fans and you know what they liked from it, and you just basically add on to that in the second one and keep it going. So I'm going to say, without a doubt, the Spider-Man one.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining me on your Sunday when you have free time off. I will see you back after. Jayblack's got a call. I was going to do Guardians of the Galaxy, but if Jayblack wants to do Shazam, we can do Shazam.
We need payback.
Okay. All right. Everyone, thank you. I'm logging off.